Hello, sunshines. Welcome to BunniPhish Crafts. I'm your host, Heather, known as BunniPhish on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Today is Monday, the 9th of January, 2023. This is episode 2 of the year. How are you? Nice to have you here. You are joining me at my LYS, where I record on Mondays, usually because it's quiet here. and I teach a class on Monday nights. So I get here a little early so I can record, talk about plans for the week and stuff, and then check back in with you at the end of the week and hope that I have accomplished some plans. I also sometimes vlog a little bit during the week. We'll see. Who knows? I try, but sometimes I forget. Anyway, I don't have any finished things since I saw you last week, but I've worked on one thing, so I will show you that. This is a sock that I am test knitting. It is called the Texture Me DK sock, and here is mine. I am using a self-striping. Oh, it looks so good on the camera. I mean, it's cute in person, but like, I don't really see it from that distance. Ooh, that's so cute. This is a sock for me. I got distracted. Okay, main color. I used a self-striping yarn from Fiber Nymph Dye Works, and then the contrast color is a tonal skein from Shipwreck Sheep. And look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness, I cannot even. Something that I did to pick the colors is this Fiber Nymph Dye Works skein actually has a stripe that is nearly identical to the contrast color that I picked. So I knew it would look good in general, and it still keeps the idea of the self-striping. I'm just cutting out that stripe when I get to it. Not a big deal. I'll use that yarn for something else. But here is the first sock, and I need to finish the repeat I am currently on and do one more repeat and then the toe, and then I'm done. So this should be finished probably tomorrow. Theoretically, I could finish it tonight, but I have other things that I want to work on tonight, such as I have this baby blanket that I'm making on commission, and I haven't put on any work since the last time you saw it, but I'll show you where I'm starting. I am just about to finish the 5th repeat. And that will be a third of the body of the blanket. So my goal for January is to do one repeat a week. I did that last week. I'm hoping to do it this week. I'm hoping to do more than one repeat a week, but like my bare minimum is one repeat a week. I'm also working on kind of a shawl by Stephen West called Exploration Station. But I didn't do so great. So my goal is to do 1 hour a week on this and finish it this year. So it's going to be a long-term project, but I didn't work on it at all this week. Well, I mean, I did. I started it, I think, on the 2nd, or last week, I mean. I didn't work on it at all. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, this will look different. During class, depending on how much my students need me, I'm hoping to get a little bit of work on everything that I'm showing you. And then the last thing is Texture Me sock. That's what it's called. The designer of that sock has another test knit that started yesterday. I don't even have time to knit the things that I want to knit. Why am I knitting test knits? I don't know, but it feels so very fulfilling to be working on a test knit right now, and I need my knitting to be fulfilling. So this one is super easy, and I can do it at work. I did a lot of this at work today. I don't remember exactly where I was this morning, and I didn't put in a marker, but I'm pretty sure that I had the first 2 repeats done on the foot. So I did 2.5 repeats at school. So that one I can work on at school. So maybe I won't work on it tonight. This one I won't be able to work on at school. So it's color work, stranded color work. And I'm going to use these 2 colors. And that purple's reading kind of dark, but I think you'll be able to see the motif just fine. So I'm going to start this. Actually, I'm going to cast it on and then I'm not going to worry about it. Sorry, that was my timer saying I needed to get to class if I hadn't already. Did I say that the reason why I'm flushed is because I just went on a very quick little hike through a forest-y trail nearby right before class? That's why I'm so flushed. And I was outside I did that for 40 minutes, and previous to that, I was outside for 30 minutes doing dismissal, so my face is just, trying to recalibrate to temperatures because it's 40 degrees outside. Anyway, sorry, distracted. So I'm going to cast this on tonight and maybe get the first couple rounds, and then I can work on the cuff tomorrow at school. So yeah, that might be the plan. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where I go with this, but that's everything that I am working on. So I will check in with you hopefully throughout the week, but for sure Saturday and Sunday. All right. Still reading The Stolen Heir. I don't remember if I read it last night. Oh, I did. I read at least a couple pages last night. So I'm trying to read every day. Did I tell you last week that I've been doing yoga every morning for 30 minutes and then walking for at least 40 minutes every day, except yesterday I didn't walk, but we had a full day. So that's where some of my crafting time is going. But it's been really, really fulfilling, and I need that movement right now. I just need it. This past week has been super rough at school. So rough. The past 5 days. The past 5 days at school have been so rough. So I needed that walking time. All right, I'm going to go get some stuff done before class starts. I'll talk to you again soon. Hey friends. So I was just editing last week's episode because I didn't do it over the weekend like I should have. And I thought I would give you an update about my best friend's leg warmers. I gave them to her yesterday. We met up for brunch and it was super lovely. And before I could even explain how I had run out of yarn or anything, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love how they're different." I was like, "Yes, good. I'm glad that was okay." I'm talking about the ones that I had to stripe the blue in on the second one. So she liked it. So that's awesome. And she liked both pairs of leg warmers. So I'm excited. All right, I'm going back to editing now so I can get that to you. Hi friends. Happy Friday. How are you? I'm a mess today. So if you're new here, I talk about being on my period sometimes because because I have ADHD, and if you are neurotypical, you might know this, but if you're neuroatypical, everything's worse when you're on your period because of the hormone flux. My brain slips are so bad today. I left my keys in the door at work. I just got a text from my work wife that I left my classroom keys in the door. Oh well, it's fine. They'll be there when I get there on Tuesday. We don't have school on Monday. I can't And like the inability to focus on anything or concentrate on anything makes me cranky. And I'm just a rage monster and I cannot handle anything. And I just don't understand how in 2023 it is not an understood thing that women should have days off for their periods. Because I walked in this morning and I had to put BioFreeze on my back because I was in so much pain I could barely walk. Like I walked in and one of my coworkers was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I will be as soon as I get this BioFreeze on my back." And she was like, "Oh, that was me last week." Why are we doing this? Why is this? Why? It's a known issue. We have to deal with cramps and executive dysfunction. And why? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's because the world is not run by women. Because if it was, it would be understood that we need to take a couple days off. But instead, we have to push through and work as if we're at 100% when really I'm at 60%. My body is killing me and my brain isn't working. Anyway, thank you for coming to my talk. I'll be back with some reading and knitting later. I'm sorry for my dog whining in the background. I'm too cranky to deal with her. Because I'm just a rage monster. So I'm ignoring her right now. She'll be fine. She just wants on the bed. She's too old to jump on the bed. And I am too sore to lift her onto my bed right now. I need to build her a ramp or buy her a ramp. And it's just not in my financial budget right now. And it's not in my spoons budget right now. So yeah. This is what I look like when I don't have my work face on. And I'm trying to human on the first day of my period. It's just, if you're going through it too, at some point during the month, if you feel this way, you are not alone. It is totally a thing and you're not alone and you're not crazy. So many of us go through this. It's fine. Tomorrow I'll be better, but today I'm just every single hormone is rage. I have the rage, I have the discomfort, I have the fatigue, I have the everything. Okay. I'm going to try to accomplish anything. Knitting, studying, reading, cleaning, anything that's not just scrolling on Instagram. But I might just scroll on Instagram. It's hard to tell. Hey, sunshines. So I'm getting ready to rip back 5 rows out of the blanket, but it's fine. The blanket is the Paris, but I believe that I mentioned that the person who commissioned it requested that I put in lacy heart motifs, and she didn't know what exactly she wanted. So I kind of drafted a couple different ideas that I tried and I didn't like how they were turning out. And I was like, oh, you know what would be really cute? The hearts from Kai Mei by Cookie A. And I think they will be. I think they'll be totally super cute, but they leave all this extra yarn in the middle of this blanket. So I'm going to rip out those 5 rows, but then it will be easy peasy after that to make this really, really cute. And the Kai Mei chart is super easy to work. So yeah. Not excited about, okay, so 5 rows is about 25 minutes of work, roughly. So I'm not excited about losing that time on the blanket, plus all the time that I've put into trying out the 3 or 4 different charts that I went with before I decided on this, and hopefully she likes the way this looks because I didn't send her any of them. I'm just gonna, after I finish the Kaime and like finish the entire diamond, I'm going to send it to her and hope she likes it. Yeah. But I'm going to take care of that tonight. I'm going to not knit the whole thing, but like at least take out these 5 rows and then reknit them. That's my plan. Wish me luck. All right, friends, I have those 5 rows reknit, and I am going to be finished working on this blanket for the day. I will pick it up again tomorrow and continue to work on it after I send a picture to the recipient and see if she thinks that that heart looks acceptable. I think it's the cutest lace heart ever, so hopefully she likes it, but we will see. I'm hesitant to work on it anymore until that happens, until she says yes or no. Good morning, happy Saturday. So yesterday I put up a video for NaNoWriMo, which is International Correspondence Writing Month. And it's something that I have participated in about 3 of the last 4 years, I think. I have so much fun with it. The idea is you do a letter or a note a day in February, and I plan to do it. So if you haven't seen that video, I will put a card right up here in this area. But this morning I woke up and I felt super inspired to start. I got some responses to that video. So I have started making some envelopes. So these are made using scrapbooking paper, and some people I'm going to send cards, these beautiful cards that my friend Mimi made. So I am going to address some of those and put stamps on them. And then this was an envelope that had a mystery piece of jewelry in it, but it's like such a cute shape for sending to a pen pal. So yeah, I am front loading, so I'm ready for NaNoWriMo. I'm not going to start writing any letters, but I know that sometimes the thing that makes it so that I don't start writing back is that I have to make or address the envelope. I don't always make envelopes. Sometimes people just get plain, like plain security envelopes. But I like having it front loaded. Like, these are the people who I still have to write. These are the pretty envelopes, and I want people to get pretty happy mail, and I am feeling inspired this morning, so I am running with it. Will I get all of the envelopes for my pen pals and for people who have filled out the form done today? Probably not, but I can get a start on it, and that will be, I don't know. This morning, really, let me turn you around. This morning, I finally edited the lost videos from summer, and I have been updating my reading journal because I stopped writing in it in mid-July. I'm not trying to be as detailed as I was, but I'm just kind of like, what did I read last year? Do I remember anything about it? Like, I don't need dates or page counts right now. I just want to get it down. And I've been writing in my knitting journal a little bit this morning too. So I feel like I'm clearing headspace, and having these envelopes ready just clears the headspace of that step for writing for NaNoWriMo. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's where my brain's at this morning. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, sunshines. I am at the yarn shop, and can you see that giant box of yarn? So restocking that over there. Those yarns over there. I have some yarn right here that I'm restocking. So restock day, but look at this color right here. Can't see it very well. This that light over there is a little bit yellow, but oh, it's so pretty. I would wear this green. I like this green. Super, super pretty. But what would it wear as a cowl? Probably a cowl. Hat? Yeah, I could wear it as a hat. My hat and hair and this all match, so yeah, I would wear that. Oh, hello, sunshines. I am taking myself for a walk after work because I am cranky, and my family doesn't deserve to deal with me when I'm this level cranky. It was just so loud at the shop, like busy, which is fine, except there was a machine knitting class, and that clicking sound from the machine, I can't, like my brain, the idea of a knitting machine is really cool, but I literally can't with that sound. Like my brain shuts down and my rage meter just starts rising. It's the repetitive clicking sound. I can't do it. So, and I wish my boss would let me know when she's doing those things so I can like mentally prepare myself, but sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. So yeah, it's fine. So I took myself out for a burger and now I'm walking so I can make the rage leave my body. And also because I bought myself some of those challenges, walking challenges, where you get like a medal if you complete the challenge, because they were on a really deep sale. And I like walking anyway, but I like things better when there are games and prizes. So I bought myself lots of them. I think I bought myself like 6. It's fine. I had Christmas money, so I chose to spend mine buying walking challenges. And my first one is 500 miles, and it's around the UK, so that's fun because I get like little postcards when I pass certain towns, and it gives me little updates about the towns I would be passing if I was walking that far through the UK. I'm only doing like somewhere between 2.75 and 3 miles a day when I'm walking every day, or on the days that I walk rather. I don't walk every day. I've been averaging 6 days a week, so that's cool. But I feel better when I walk. And I feel better when I walk outside. Like, I can go on my elliptical at home. Last year, I bought myself, like a year and a half ago. When did I buy it? I think the first year that I did summer school, I bought myself a little elliptical. Just a portable one for like $100. And so I can do that. And that does like help me feel a little bit better. I get those workout endorphins or whatever, but it's not the same, right? Like, there's no hills on that little portable elliptical. There's no trees, even though everything's sleeping right now. Like, the sunlight doesn't happen the same way on my elliptical. So yeah, I'm out here walking, making myself happier, taking my dumb walk to get my dumb emotions where they're supposed to be. Poor life choice though today. I did not bring my boots with me to work, so I'm wearing my tennis shoes. It's a little bit muddy. It's okay. Skechers are machine washable, so I'll be washing these tonight. It's fine. Or, not necessarily tonight, sometime this weekend. But anyway, I'm gonna go walk. And I walk pretty fast. I mean, I don't walk like super fast, but I walk at a pace of like 3 to 3.5 miles per hour. So it's not like super fast, but it's not a casual stroll either. But look how pretty. There's a river I get to walk beside. I've shown you the waterfall lots of times. Sorry, it's cold out, so, and I'm walking fast, so my nose is trying to do the running thing. Now I'm trying to keep it on my face. Ooh, ducks! Hi. That's exciting. Very exciting. Sometimes there are deer in the woods. Not on this side usually. Usually on the other side. Sometimes there are deer, and I saw a badger the other day, waddling across, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, so that's cool. All right, I'm gonna walk now. I could ramble forever as I walk through the woods. It's like my favorite hobby. Ask my best friend. She's about to get inundated with videos of ramblings. Whew. Excuse me while I'm out of breath, but look what my oldest and I just carried 2 blocks because I saw it on a corner. Yeah, we grabbed the cushions first. So, hey, thank you. So yeah, isn't it cute? It's gonna be so cute in my room with my blankets on it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Hey sunshines, happy Sunday. Yesterday it was too busy at the yarn store for me to record after work. There was a class ongoing, so we're here in my room. What is today, the 15th? Yeah, the 15th of January. So we're halfway through the month already. What? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have some videos that will be dropping right around the same time as this video. So this video is going to go up on Monday. So if you're seeing this on Monday, yesterday a video dropped that was kind of a look through my my crafting journal last year, and I did not keep up with it the way I wanted, so I kind of reviewed what worked, what didn't work, and you know, forgave myself that some of the things that didn't work were just life related and I didn't have any control over. So you can go watch that video to see how I'm planning to use my knitting journal in the upcoming year. Again, it's just a plan, so it's just thoughts. And then on Tuesday, I will have a crafty bingo thing. I didn't complete a bingo last year because life, not because I wasn't making good progress, because I was very much well on my way to having multiple bingos in mid-July, and then life happened, and yeah. So I will show you my plans for this coming year in that video, and it will, both of those videos will have been linked in the upper corners. Maybe you caught it on the first video, maybe you didn't, but the bingo one is here right now, and the plan with me, and not really a plan with me, I didn't like draw the things while you watched or anything, the kind of review plan thing, that's up in the corner now. So if you want to click through to either of those videos, give them a watch if you haven't. That would be so fun. I love hearing about what you're working on too, so go ahead and tell me your plans and stuff in the comments on this video, on those videos, wherever you think they fit. All right, so it's Sunday. It's only midday, it's like 2-ish, I think, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog for the week, just so that I can get it edited and like have that brain space open and stuff, and not worry about beating the sun to show you things in decent light. I do have a ring light shining on me right now, but also there's like sunlight and that's lovely. So we're gonna go with that. All right, what do I want to show you first? Let's look at things. Let's look at the thing that I'm actively knitting on as I'm talking to you. So here is the tube sock that I've been working on at work. I did a pretty decent amount. It's you know, it's just 2x2 ribbing right now. Not super interesting to look at, but it will be great once it's worn. I think that I'm like, let's see, pretty sure that my foot is going to be in there. So I'm at like regular sock length right now. So I'm just about to get into additional length for a sock, and that's exciting. This yarn is from Unique. I don't know the colorway. If you're wondering what the colorway is, leave a comment below. I will add it to show notes. That's the microwave. I'm sorry if you can hear that. And since this is the next thing that I picked up, I bought myself a thing. I didn't actually buy myself a thing. I got store credit from my store manager at the yarn shop for Christmas, and I bought myself this yarn. It is called Michigan State. So I went to Michigan State purely for the fact that their colors were green and white. I mean, mostly for the green. Also, side note, you know, I dyed, if you've been here, you know I dyed my hair red a little while ago. Look at that green streak that just is like, no, I'm still going to be green in your red hair. I'm trying to decide if I want to like re-dye it green so it's like green, or if I just want to like look at it slowly becoming more and more green as the red dye fades out. Anyway, I bought this skein for myself. I am probably going to make hat and mitts. I don't know. I've been looking at it for like 3 months, just wanting it. So now I have it, even though one of my goals for the year is to have less fingering weight / hand-dyed yarn. It's fine. I'm using up some hand-dyed yarn right now. It's fine. I don't have to not buy anything. I just, you know, need to be mindful about what I'm buying. But I figure if I've been looking at it for like 3 months and I still want it, it's probably an okay purchase to make. And then, ba-da-ba-da, I have this sock. So this is the test knit that I'm doing, the Texture Me DK sock using by BunniPhish Dye Works and Shipwreck Sheep. So this sock is the second sock. I wasn't going to start the second sock because I have another test knit for the same person, but I did, and I think you can tell, like, I inverted which color is the main color, which color is the contrast color. But I like it because it's not super obvious because they're worked throughout. Like, they look a little bit different, but they don't look, I don't know. I like that the difference is there, but it's kind of subtle, but it's kind of not. It's really fun. I don't have a goal for this sock, like when to have this one finished. I just, I mean, if I don't finish it by the end of this month, just picking it up here and there, because I'm not going to be working on it with any sort of rigor. Hello. That's my little old lady dog. She's very noisy when she gets settled. She's going to her dog bed. I love her. She's perfect. Anyway, I'm not working on this with any sort of rigor. I picked it up while I was editing something because I had left this sock at school that day. And what? What you need? What? I love you too. I'll be right back. What you need? She needed some pets. That's what all the fuss was. I picked up this sock because I was editing something and I didn't have this sock with me, and I didn't want to be worried about counting and stuff. And then it was too cold that day to go walking outside, so I jumped on my elliptical and I worked on it some more, because it's a really simple pattern. Even though it looks like color work, it's not color work. That it's harder to see on that sock just because of where in the color repeat I am now, not because I think it's harder to see in general. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And oh, yarn down. Okay, got it. So if I don't finish it in January, I will definitely put it on my to finish in February list. But again, I don't need this done at any particular time. I was going to make these socks for me, but I have decided that instead they are going to be for my niece. So I made the foot, or my sister, niece or sister. They were very similar size shoes. My niece's foot is a little bit smaller, so I made them just a tiny bit too short for myself. And yeah, the sock will go to one of them. Get some holiday knitting out of the way. I decided this because I have so many socks, and I don't ever think that I have a ton of socks until Vlogmas happens, and it is very easy to wear one pair of socks, like a new pair of socks every day throughout the month of Vlogmas. And yeah. So as much as I love these socks and I think they're beautiful, I just think that it would be nice to share and let them have the socks because they love the socks. My sister and my niece. And I'm going to make them socks anyway, so I may as well make them these socks because I don't need more. I'm trying to like really, as I'm making, I think I do a fairly decent job of this anyway, but not just make things to make things. I want to make things with intention. And I know that I'm going to be making socks for my family anyway, and they love them and they wear them and they wear them out. And I don't wear out my socks because I'm just not that hard on them. So, and if I get a hole in my sock, I immediately fix it. They don't necessarily give me their socks when they get a little hole in them, and then it becomes a giant problem. And then I'm like, well, I'm not fixing that. I'll just reclaim the usable yarn from the project for something else. Anyway, that's a ramble. I have a couple other things to show you, a few other things. All right, I am going to show you the other test knit socks. So this is why the Texture Me socks are getting set aside. I am doing another test knit. It's called the Heartsplosion socks. Ooh, look at how good those hearts look on the screen. Look at that. So these are color work, and I am using a new technique that I've kind of wanted to try since I heard Aquila talk about it on the Lefty Knitter podcast. So let me turn it inside out so you can see my floats. And I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I'm using the ladder back jacquard technique, which is, let's see if I can find one. Okay, so right here in this heart, can you see that those two lines of stitches where it's actually the back of this black heart? So what you do is you make stitches, and when you come to those stitches, I think some tutorials have you purl all of them, so they're really easy to tell that they're the ladder. I don't, I knit them just because that is more natural for me and seems quick. And the technique is really good for going across these long floats because you could twist the yarn, but that, you know, anybody who's ever done color work knows that, like, where you get the twists, sometimes you get gaps, sometimes things look weird. But the ladder back makes a second fabric behind the first fabric, so you don't get those issues. It was a little bit tricky to start, but it was cool to learn a new technique. You know, it's January. I think January is the last time that I push myself to learn a new crafty technique. So I am glad I did. I am enjoying it. I am really, really close to the end of the leg. I'm not going to make these terribly tall. So if you haven't been here, you don't know that this from here to here is 7.5 inches on my hand. So I frequently measure socks against my hand. I think I'll be at about 6 inches of leg and cuff when I finish the chart. And then I will start on the heel. This sock is really cool. It's different from other colorwork socks that I've done before. I've done socks where they have these big spaces, like longer than 5 stitches, where normally I would have wrapped the yarn. So I've done things like that before. It's my first time doing ladder back jacquard, like I said. But what was I going to say? Oh, the foot of this sock is fully color worked. Like these hearts go to the bottom of the foot too. I've never done a sock like that before. Don't know how I feel about it. We shall see. But the gusset is all charted. The bottom of the foot is all charted. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. I am being very, very gutsy and not making these socks for me. They're going to be for someone else. So we will see how that works out. Hopefully it fits them. I'm making them for my work wife. She really likes magenta and she really likes socks. So, and like I just said, I don't personally need more socks. So I'm going to make these for my work wife. Like in an ideal world where I didn't have to work all the time, I would make these for her and give them to her for Valentine's Day because I'm ridiculous. And Valentine's Day is historically a really, really awful day for me. It is the day when I was in kindergarten where my parents got into the very dramatic fight that lasted, no joke, from like 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. And there were police called and I was stashed at a neighbor's house, and then like my dad broke in kind of, but not really. Like I opened the door because he said he was the police. So I opened the door and he like scooped me up, and it's very traumatic. Valentine's Day is very traumatic for me. So I go out of my way to try to like throw positive stuff around at everybody on Valentine's Day because I feel so gross about Valentine's Day. If I could, if it was an option, I would just stay in my bed every single Valentine's Day. I would just pretend it didn't exist. But that's not an option. So in an ideal world, I would finish these for her by then. But I doubt that's going to happen because there are a lot of stitches on this sock because of the color work, because color work doesn't have stretch. There's extra ease built in. So it's a lot of stitches around. The chart is really well written. It's really, really clear, and I'm really enjoying it. I look forward to testing out this gusset and see how that goes. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of intimidated by it. Color work is not a technique that I do a ton. Like I've done color work, but it's not something I do a lot. So I'm a little intimidated by the gussets. We'll see how it goes. Plus it's a test knit, so anything could happen. Next up, I will show you, I'm actually really proud of this. I worked on my exploration station. So I know it still looks tiny, but I did put in an hour this week. I didn't put in time last week, if you recall. So I did put in an hour, and I'm planning on putting in an hour tonight so that it's like 2 weeks worth of hours, basically. I now have all of my colors in, and then for the rest of this, there's throughout the, sorry, my eyebrow itches. No, my whole face itches. Apparently I should put on lotion as soon as I'm done with this. Brain, remember to put on lotion as soon as we're done. Okay, so the exploration station has different sections, and each section has a different technique sort of thing. So right now I'm doing short row wedges. Yes. And I have 3 right now. I think there's 6 total. I think I repeat this color sequence one more time. So I'm hoping to get 1 more wedge on, at least. Like, these wedges don't look huge, but they take time. So yeah, I'm hoping to get through at least 1, maybe get through 1 and start 1. And using my credit yesterday, I bought longer needles so I don't have to be on these little short needles. So yeah, I'm knitting mine on US 5. I'm using carbons, and the US 5 is a 3.75 millimeter needle. Currently on a 16 inch. I'm going to go to a 32 inch. We had a 40 inch or 24 inch cable at the shop, but I think I will get the most use out of a 32 inch. And I thought about just getting more tips for my interchangeable set, but I don't know. Sometimes I just like working on fixed, and sometimes I like having the interchangeable. And for this project, I just wanted fixed. So I bought some fixed. And last up is this baby blanket. I'm having a saga with this baby blanket. So Friday, I got to the part where I was going to do the first heart motif. Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. Okay. I did the first heart motif, and it was lace, and I was like, okay, I should stop because the person who I'm making it for wanted a lacy heart, but like doesn't really know much about knitting, so couldn't specify what they wanted. So I sent them a picture, and they were like, well, I sent them this picture. They were like, well, it's okay, but I'm not sure that with the strings it reads heart. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want? So then for like 4 hours while I was at work yesterday, we were going back and forth via text, and like everything she wanted was too big because the hearts have to fit inside these diamonds, and the repeats for the diamonds are 20 by 20. But that doesn't mean you have 20 by 20 stitches inside that you can use. Right? Like inside the diamond is inside the diamond, so it's small. So she didn't like the lace, and then tried a couple other things, and then I did a textured heart for her just as a for instance, and she was like, well, I kind of like that, but it's very subtle. So what I'm going to do is color work hearts, and here's what I have, and I think it looks okay, but I'm going to take it out. I know I took out all of these rows this morning and started re-knitting with the colorwork heart. I think that I need to move this heart up by 2 rows. And I'm also going to do true intarsia because I think these edges right here look sloppy because I'm doing like a stranded intarsia thing. Like this light pink is intarsia. I'm intarsia-ing it. It's fine, I'll make up new words. But then I was stranding the other pink. I was doing a ladder back stranding of the other pink, and I think it looks sloppy. I don't think the back looks like terribly sloppy, but I think these edges look so sloppy. And I just don't want to put my name on it when it looks like that. So this blanket has already had so much negative knitting this week. So much frogging. So even though like this is where my marker is, I don't think I will get a pattern repeat worth of like progress to be able to document by tomorrow, but maybe I'm gonna rip it back and then we'll see. We'll see how far I get today. Yeah. Part of it is my fault for not, I mean, I should have put the heart up a little bit further, but that's where I started it on the like swatch that I made, and I didn't do the full diamond, and I should have done the full diamond. So, you know, part of that's my fault. Part of it is that the person who commissioned the blanket has a kind of a vision, but not a full vision of what they want. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far I get on this blanket. I'm trying not to be discouraged, but it's kind of frustrating. Like, that's a lot of knitting. It's, you know, some hours worth of knitting, but that's okay. That's just 6 and string. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to rip this out, rip it back to the beginning of that heart motif, and try again. And this time, whatever happens, happens. We're just gonna, just so you know, like, it's gonna stay how it stays, and I'm not ripping it out again because I'm not doing it. I'm just, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is the last time I'm ripping it out. But this Cascade 220 Superwash Merino is doing super great, being ripped out like 4 or 5 times. So in case you were wondering how that's holding up, the yarn still looks fantastic. All right, I am going to go get set up on my bed to knit. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited for that chair in the previous clip. I am going to remove this rocking chair from my room. I'm going to go put it in the living room, and I am going to put that chaise in my bedroom. So if we record in my room again, you will see it next week. Also, well, you won't know. Never mind. Well, I'll tell you. So this tree is going to sit here. I'm hoping to make progress on it every week. So before I get set up and cleaned up, I am going to get the silver thread that I need to do these stars, and I am going to do a length, which I think gets me like 2 or 3 stars. Snowflakes, I guess they're more like snowflakes. And if I do those snowflakes like that, then I should be able to finish this year. It's ridiculous that it's not already done, but I talk more about this on Bingo. So go watch that video. All right, I will talk to you later. There might be some clips after this of things that I do tonight, but this is the last of me talking. I hope that your week goes as well as it can, and I will see you in about a week. Bye, friends. You're all so amazing.